You want to hear some juicy small town gossip in a town you ain't never heard of? Of course you do. Well, listen at this, honey. So, there's this woman that is married to this man, and he was in prison. They were married like 5 or 6 years before he goes to prison. He stays in prison for like 3 to 4 years, I believe. Well, listen at this. So he gets out of prison. Everything's all hunky-dory. Well, within about a year or two, he goes back to his old ways. He starts partying and doing drugs and all the things, right? Well, he was like still on probation. He had to go and, do like monthly drug screenings, check in with his probation officer, all the things. Well, he was having his wife pee in the cup for him so he wouldn't fail his drug test. Well, she said that her sister, could you imagine? Yes, honey, her sister started like coming around a whole lot, and she was like, that's really weird because we're not that close and she wasn't around when he was gone, so why is she here now? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she said that they get in a big fight, said that they fit like cats and dogs over the sister, and he was like, you're crazy, that's your sister, like I would never do that. Well, guess what she done? She leaves work early one day and comes to the house. Guess what? They were making out on the couch with her sister. He was making out with her sister. What the crap? I would die. So anyway, so she knew that his drug screening, whatever, was coming up in a few weeks, and she was like, I'm getting him back. Honey, she goes to somebody that she knew had them pee in a cup that she knew it wasn't going to be clean, that it was dirty, gives it to him. Honey, they sent him packing. Sent him right back to prison. I know, I about died. I cannot believe she done that. I can't believe he was making out with her sister. But yeah, anyway, there's you some juicy gossip in a town you ain't never heard of.
I just broke up with my nigga and I'm on the way to another date. Let me tell y'all why I'm actually doing this, because I think that people are so caught up in this generation thinking that you need days, weeks, months, years to move on. And when you just tired of people playing in your face and you really that girl, I'm about to be 30 in a few months. My 20s are up, and most of my 20s I wasted on a man that didn't mean me no fucking good and wanted to play in my face. So I'm in my villain era. Respectfully, do I use my body or anything to get revenge? Fuck no. This is not even a revenge. This is just like, whatever. On to the next. Like, I'm so used to being stuck on people because I have attachment issues. But am I going to sit here and keep letting people play in my face like I'm not that girl and like I can't get a nigga that quick? Never. I literally used to be like so heartbroken. Like, oh my God, like there's no possible way I can move on because he's my everything. Men do it all the fucking time. And honestly, I'm just tired of people playing in my face. Like, I can't, like, come on now. Seriously. I got tired of feeling like a doormat, to be honest. I got tired of people feeling like they could just walk all over me. Like, I just have such a good heart and it's just not in me. It is definitely in me. You just got to keep bringing it out. And you're at a point where you just brought it out. I hate being a good girl because people think that you just can't be a savage. They just think that you're just one way. Like, oh no, she's just such a good girl. She would never. Who the fuck told you that? Even though it's a friendly date with one of my homeboys, it's nothing that serious. I still can get a date and I'm still going to go out today. I'm still going to go to the movies and have me a grand old fucking time. Like, I'm not about to sit here and just be crying and worrying about what a nigga did after I told him multiple times not to fucking do it. People get you to a point where it's just like you're over it. There's no crying, there's no begging, there's no like, I'm at the point where like I'm silent, baby. Do what you do, because I don't even want no parts in you no more. Like, I really don't want nothing to do with you, to be honest. And that's the worst place to be as a woman, especially when you're playing with somebody's emotion. So respectfully, I am going to continue to move forward. Like, I'm not going to worry about what he's doing, who he's doing, because I've literally told him multiple times to stop playing in my face. And for some reason, niggas just don't get it until you move on. And as a lover girl, of course you don't want people to feel that. You want to give them chance after chance after chance and just say, oh, they're just going to get it right. Like, no. Like, he's going to change. But I'm tired of living in denial. Like, the nigga likes to play in my face and he likes to get the kick off of thinking that I'm just gonna come back around every single time. Like, no. Now I gotta show you what I told you in the past, how I leave niggas. Yeah. Remember how I told you my ex that I'm not getting back with? Now you're the ex that I'm not getting back with. So now I'm about to go get me some seafood with one of my dates, and yeah, that's how it is. I'll probably update you guys on how the date goes. Maybe I'll vlog it. Who knows? But this is just a sign to stop letting niggas play with you. Like, if you tell them more than once, you don't even need to tell them more than once, because telling somebody more than once is too close to begging. And I'm not begging nobody this year. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I have 2 things to do: pop out and show niggas. Thank you.
I think your parents are super strict and super crazy. One time, my mom was a personal trainer. She got to hear all of the gossip all over town of all the moms that would come into her. She heard about this one boy in particular who was bad news that my sister was friends with, and she was very convinced, no matter what my older sister said, that she was like obsessed with this boy and was going to date this boy. So in order to prove to my older sister that this boy was like bad news, she created a fake persona of a girl that went to his high school, got his phone number from my sister's phone, proceeded to message him as this fake girl, and tried to make plans for them to go on a date to the beach and hook up. Mom used to get really frustrated with me because I have a really high metabolism, so I'm underweight. I've always been underweight, literally my entire life. When you're a young girl, your age corresponds to like the number on the tags that you wear. When I was 8, I was probably wearing like a 6 or a 5 or something like that. She decided to throw out all of the clothes that were actually like my actual size that fit me, because she was mad at me for not gaining weight, and forced me to only wear clothes that corresponded with my age that literally did not fit me. That'll show me. To this day, I still really don't know why, but every single time I would take a shower and I would try and lock the door, my mom would unlock it from the outside and open it. I don't know why she did that. She did this every single day without fail. So I started pulling out a drawer that would block the door so that like even if she got it unlocked from the outside, she still couldn't just open it. And then she started sticking her hand in between like the tiny little crack, and she would slowly inch the drawer closed until she could open it. Obviously that pissed her off, so she just took my bathroom door off entirely, and you could see straight from the kitchen and the living room into my bathroom, and I only had a sliding glass door for my shower curtain, so I got to shower in front of everybody. That was really fun. One time my mom decided that all of my black clothes were the reason that I was depressed, so she threw out every single piece of black clothing, anything I owned that was black, threw all of it away, and would pick out my clothing for me every day while I was in high school. Gee, I wonder why I'm depressed. My mom had cameras that were inside and outside of the house. We would be watched 24/7, like no matter where we were except for our bedroom. She would do this thing where she had this like tiny little webcam owl thing, and she would like randomly place it in different spots around my room, and I never knew if it was on or off, or if she's doing that to just like fuck with me. This one wasn't even me, but it traumatized me so badly. One time my little sister like went into my room and stole a piece of my jewelry and ate it. Like literally ate it in front of me, swallowed it. And because I was mad, I went to my mom and told on her. Now we were little, okay, cut me a little bit of slack. I thought my mom was gonna yell at her. I should have known better. She went, grabbed my sister, who was holding her like prized stuffed animal she had since she was literally born, and my mom took a pair of scissors and cut it into pieces in front of both of us. To say that like I literally still cry about this sometimes. If I left anything, and I mean literally anything, on the floor, my mom was throwing it away. That it could be my most prized possession. Nope, it was going in the garbage. Yeah, and you want a stuffed animal? Nope, mom doesn't like stuffed animals. No stuffed animals in the house. I'm throwing it away. My mom would intentionally make foods that she knew that like none of us liked every single night, especially me. Instead of just like allowing me to make my own plate, she would make it for me, and then the second I would sit down at the table, she would put on a timer, and if I didn't eat all the food within the amount of the timer, I had to do my chores and go to bed immediately, and then wake up the next morning and eat that food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until I finished it, and I was not allowed to have any other food under any other circumstances. I'm talking like I would be so hungry, and I had a job at this point. I was so hungry that I would have to do transactions in cash, buying myself food of like other places, or having other people buy me food because my mom would be tracking me on my phone. She had access, obviously, to my bank account. My mom would randomly snatch my phone at any given moment and like shout "phone check" at me, and then proceed to find literally any possible thing to get mad at me about on my phone. But the one thing that she really got me, she drove all my friends away, because when she would go in my phone, she would pick out all the information, all the secrets that my friends were telling me over text message, and go and tell their parents on them. That is how my best friend's parents found out she lost her virginity. Do you think she came back to my house? My mom actually got mad that she had driven all my friends away, so one night she invited my friends over to our house. Sleepover, mind you. It was 2 girls that had been bullying me, like actually really badly. they were bullying me. Did the looks on their faces when they showed up to my house knowing that I had no idea they were coming? Ooh, they were so shit-eating grin. I literally still remember that, and they proceeded to sexually harass me for the entire night. That was actually so awful. One time when my older sister and I, we shared a room. We went off to school, and my older sister had made a mess and, like, left, it wasn't even a mess. She left, like, a bunch of clothes on the floor. My mom thought it was me, but, like, she wouldn't allow us to have social media. I found out through one of my friends that my mom had posted a video on Facebook of her literally, like, tearing apart my entire room, throwing everything in my room into one massive pile in the middle of it, and saying, like, taunting me in the video and being like, oh, well, Alyssa wants to leave her room a mess. Literally was not even my clothes. I found a lot of things out through Facebook, actually. Anytime my mom was, like, proud of me, it was going on Facebook. I did not have a Facebook, okay? That she didn't say anything to my face about being proud, but it was going on Facebook. Facebook, in fact, is how I found out that my mom was selling my cat, like giving away my pet cat, while I was at school one day. One time she got mad at me. I do not remember why. I'm sure it was something so dumb. And she went into my room, and I had, like, signed band posters all over my walls. And she went with a Sharpie and scribbled all over every single one of them and ruined them. One time, she decided that we were using too much toilet paper for her liking, so she stole all the toilet paper out of my bathroom. Now, mind you, we were well off. Okay? We were well off. We could fucking afford toilet paper. She stole all of it, and then she came to us and said, if you want to go to the bathroom, you're going to have to come to me, and I will allot you an amount, like a square amount of toilet paper based on what you're doing in the bathroom. I used to get let out of class late sometimes, which was literally like there was nothing that I could do about it. I would just be out of class late, and she would be waiting in line for me a little bit longer, like the car line. She would get so mad at me that sometimes she would just leave me at the school, knowing that, like, I had no idea how to get home, and I didn't have, like, a phone with a GPS in order to look up the directions. I would just, like, walk aimlessly for miles until she had enough, like, sympathy for me to come track me down. One time I got a C on a report card, and she decided that my phone was so distracting to me that I needed to have it taken away for 2 years, and she forced me, gave me, listen, this is a first world problem, I understand. She gave me a flip phone, and she forced me to use it in front of my classmates because she said if I didn't, she would never give me my phone back. Literally at my graduation party, right before I was about to move out of my parents' house, my mom decided to take my phone one last time for a phone check, and she saw that I had been talking to somebody, and they asked me if my parents had ever spanked me, and my response was, no, they never spanked me, but they psychologically tortured me, and somehow that's worse. She got so mad at me that she threatened to basically have me leave without my phone that I literally paid for, and I got guilted and told that I was the reason that my mom stays up and cries every night, so that was awesome. One time my friend decided to take me to a trip to this beach on the other side of Florida for my birthday. We obviously left our phone up on, the shore, and we were looking for shells and stuff in the water, and I guess I didn't get to my mom fast enough when she was texting me that instead of just, waiting for me to come back up to my phone, she shut my entire phone service off in a place that neither me or my friend knew where we were. My friend's phone died, and we couldn't find a place that sold a charger, so we were just fucking lost for hours. Other time I got bad grades on a report card, and my mom decided that I was going to weed our entire backyard. After like 30 minutes, I got stung by something that burned like really, really bad. So I went inside and told my mom like the whole thing was infested with these poisonous caterpillars. And I asked her if she had any sort of gloves or anything, or if I could just, stop. And she told me no. So I got the shit stung out of me by who knows how many fucking poisonous caterpillars. I cannot even begin to tell you the amount of sentences over and over that I had to write, or essays, thousands and thousands of word essays that I had to write. I was never ever allowed to use anything but proper grammar and punctuation. So like if I had to write sentences, it had to be proper punctuation and grammar and spelling and everything, or I would have to redo them. Same with entire essays, I would have to redo them if I got anything wrong. If I was texting someone, I would have my phone taken away if I used like an acronym like LOL or OMG. Oh my god, I forget this one every time I make a video like this. Dude, so when I was younger, and now listen, I know this is gross, just TMI, but my little sister and I have like really bad ADHD, so we would forget things. One of the things that we would frequently forget was to flush the toilet. I know, gross, I understand. Instead of my mom seeing that and being like, hey, you should remember to flush the toilet, or putting up a sign or something to help us remember, she used to make us fully submerge our hands into the piss or shit water. There was one time that my mom actually forgot to flush the toilet, but she accused my little sister, and I believe my little sister. She made her grab the shit in the toilet and squeeze it in her fingers. I literally cannot even begin to tell you the amount of things that I got grounded from. Like, basically, I was grounded 24/7. I got grounded from my junior prom. My boyfriend actually had just bought the tickets and they were $90. And this kid, like, had a horrible home life, okay? He was working a job. He didn't have a car to even get him to that job. He worked so hard for that ticket. And, like, I think I got a bad grade. And he just had to waste the ticket and not go to junior prom with me because I was grounded.
Story time about when my sneaky link had poo. Yes, poo in his knickers, and I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Okay, so let me give you a bit of context. You know, I have to give you my context. So this was quite a few years ago. Like I was about 19, turning 20 at the time. So just pre-COVID, yeah. So I'm chatting to this guy, like, you know those guys that you chat to, and I'm not just saying this, yeah. I'm not just saying this because of the situation, but like I kind of had to force myself to like it, but I was bored. You know, you just need a little bae to keep you occupied. So we would speak all the time. I'm convinced, yeah, I'm pretty sure, no, I'm 100% sure that he love bombed me. Because at first, I weren't even feeling him like that. Like, he would call me and we would speak and I'd just be like, oh, Bob, I was not even taking him in at all. Like, I was not taking him in. Anyways, in that time, we were chatting for like maybe like a week or two, and he's all saying, oh, I want to see you, I want to see you. So we went out on our first date. It was actually cute. We went for like shisha and drinks. At the time, I had an obsession with shisha. Like, if you know me, you know I love shisha. Well, I loved shisha. I've moved on to different things now. Had our first date and everything, and it actually was good. Like, I was so surprised because I didn't take him in. But when we had a good first date, I was like, wait, is this my husband for real? Like, this is my man. Like, what the hell? So then I actually started fancying him, but then also falling for the love bomb trap. We continue seeing each other. I think we might have like kissed a couple times in that time. Everything's cool. Everything's dandy. Also, he was really one of those guys that like anything that you want, you can have. Anywhere you want to go, we can go. So I'm thinking, hey, I've hit the jackpot. I'm telling the gang, I've got my man. I'm out the streets. Mind you, I was like 19. I hadn't even entered the streets at this point. He was a couple years older than me. I think he was like 23. Yeah, just again, a bit more context. We're getting closer and closer. And like, I really fancy him. Like, so I think I fancy him. We are talking now. I think this is about 3 weeks in. And he's like, oh, should we have a sleepover? Obviously, he didn't say it in those words. This is the Malika remix. He was like, oh, should we have a sleepover? So I'm thinking, oh my God, yes. Like, of course we should have a sleepover. Like, we can chill, watch films, you know, like vibes. Like, of course. So anyways, his plan, I think we went out for food that day and we just spent the day together. And then here comes the sleepover. So I'm telling my mates in the group chat, like, guys, hey, today's the day. It's about to go down. I cannot believe I'm telling this story, but the group chat's getting gas for me because why wouldn't you? So we're now chilling in the sheets. And, you know, we're just cuddling or whatever, like, nothing crazy. Like, you know, you know how the story goes. So he gardened, yeah? He wasn't a massive gardener. Like, he would do it on occasion, but I'm not a gardener. Like, I said to him, listen, if you still want to fancy me, you don't want me to come and garden with you. Like, I'm telling you, I will be weird. He was like to me, like, I won't judge you. Like, what the hell? And I was like, no, honestly, I will have an anxiety attack, so it's best if I don't. He's like, all right, cool. But I said, listen, go, sis, don't let me make you feel some type of way. Go do what you need to do. I'll be here waiting. He's gone now. I think he was gone for like maybe like 10 minutes. Not even long. So I'm here telling my friends again, like, guys, I'll proper fancy him. I can't believe this. Like, hey. He's come back and he's like, oh, do you know what, like I don't want to get in bed all smoky and all gardened up. Let me go freshen up in the shower just so I can be all fresh. And I was like, Pearl, we love a considerate king. Like, yeah, go and wash your mouth and go and wash your body so you don't smell like garden. Thank you. So he's gone in the bathroom, gotten unchanged. And just as he's about to get in the shower, I'm like, wait, shit, I need to go to the toilet. Let me quickly go for a wee. Because I don't know if he's one of those people that shower for 100 years or not. So I was not sitting there holding my wee while someone's in the shower for 53 years. He's like, yeah, cool. Like, go to the toilet and then yeah, I can just get in the shower. So I was like, cool, purr. I'm there doing my wee, sitting down. Let me just quickly do a mini reenactment. So I'm sitting down, just, yeah, obviously he's gotten undressed in the bathroom, so there's a pile of clothes. Obviously he's just taking them off. Just weeing, and then something catches my eye. Something catches my peripheral. So I look, and there's just the pile of clothes. He was wearing like emerald green knickers, like they were just like a deep, deep green. Think of like an emerald stone, that exact colour. I'm sitting there, I didn't even take my phone because I'm doing a wee, I'm not doing a poo. Like, I don't need my phone for a wee. I'm going to be 2 seconds. Huh? I've just deeped something crazy. So I'm like, what is that in the boxes? So I peer over. Oh, God. I feel sick thinking about it. I peer over, and there is the biggest skid mark I have ever seen in my whole entire life. Mind you, I'm here telling my friends, guys, this is my man for real. This is my baeski. Like, oh, I fancy him so much. I'm going to the toilet and I'm now seeing a skid mark. This wasn't just like a toddler skid mark. You know how like some little kids, they don't know how to wipe their bum properly. Like they're just learning. They're just like, you know, like allow them. This was, imagine like after you've done your number 2, this was like the first wipe. I'm sitting there like, no, this can't be, no. Oh, look, oh, nah. I wish I took a picture of it, but obviously I didn't know I was going to see poo skid marks that night. So I didn't think to take my phone with me to the bathroom. Like, what the hell? Confusion. Like, how has this happened? Like, what is the reason that could be there? Because I know for a fact we've been out all day. Like, we've actually been out all day. So that means your bum cheeks have been glued shut with these materials. If you know, it's been glued shut with these materials all day. Nah. It's either you don't wipe your bum properly or you've done a fart and you followed through. Oh, I'm washing my hands. I'm thinking, I can't, I'm looking at it one more time. I'm like, no, that's real. The boxers looked camouflaged. That's how deep it was. It was different shades of brown and green and just, what? I can't look at him the same. I can't look at him in his eyes. I cannot. Anyways, I wash my hands, leave the bathroom, and he's there standing there, obviously, because he just thinks I'm going for a wee. Like, I'm not going to be long. He then gets in the shower. So obviously I'm thinking, mate, your shitty knickers are on the floor in that bathroom. I know you're embarrassed because they were there just live, just there staring at me. If he's gone back in the bathroom, how it was set up is the first thing. I don't even know how I didn't notice when I first entered the bathroom, because that is the first thing you will be greeted with, your poo pants. I'm laying in the bed thinking, what the fuck? What the hell? What am I gonna do? I don't think I can even kiss him. That's too gross. That is too gross. Like, it's not even like he said he had a stomachache. Like, he never mentioned, like, there's one thing I could hear is if he's like, oh God, my stomach's really hurting, like I really need to go to the toilet. And okay, that situation might have happened to you. You've got a stomachache, you've got diarrhea, whatever the case is. But you're just being casual about, like, we were just like, you never mentioned any stomach pain throughout today. Like, you were fine. You were even eating bears as well. Like, so what's going on there, matey? What's going on? Well, I think he knows I know, because he's seen his knickers. Your knickers have poo, and he's come out of the bathroom with the bunch of clothes. I'm like, oh, you're even holding it, like, oh, you're cuddling it. Stop. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't mention anything, but like, why would he? Why actually would he? Because what are you gonna say? Oh, so sorry about that. So sorry that you saw my poo knickers. No, 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 no. It's now time to get down. I can't. I literally can't. That's all that's racing through my mind is, first of all, did you even wash your bum properly in that shower? And you're coming here to all cuddle up on me. Did you wash your bum properly in that shower? That's the first main question I have for you. You can't step near me when you have poo. No, because I don't even have poo in my bum right now. That's crazy! The fact that I'm telling this story like this so blasé is mad. We didn't end up doing anything because I was tired. I was exhausted, extremely exhausted. So I just wasn't really feeling the vibes. Literally because he had shit in his knickers. I could not. We spoke for like a couple more days. Did he not ghost me? Did he not ghost me? So you ghosted me when you had poo. That's what I was saying to you. I'm pretty sure he love bombed me because he was doing so much. And then all of a sudden it just kapoof, he disappeared into thin air. It's like he never existed. And that was the biggest slap in the face. You had poo and you ghosted me. When I clocked that he ghosted me, I was thinking, you've got a cheek. You're a fucking cheek to ghost me. But you just charge it, innit? You just charge it because I'm not the one that has poo. You're probably thinking, Malika, you're not embarrassed to be telling this story. No, it wasn't my bum and it was not my poo in my knickers. Like, I didn't even know that it was going to be there. Anyone that says that could never be me, that could never be me, if that was me, you don't know anything. You don't know what's going to happen to you in the next 5 minutes. Before you judge me, I didn't know it was going to happen. I was a victim to this. My eyes, I still have it ingrained, even though this was like 5-6 years ago. I still see it. The pile of clothes, the tracksuit bottoms, and then the green, brown boxers. So, ladies, this is just a note to say, don't let these guys make you feel any type of way if your hair's not done or your toenails. What's the one they love? She's got to have white toenails. Actually, let's do a test. Let's get a white cloth and wipe your ass and let's see if that's coming out clear. That will determine whether you can speak to me or not. Because, and I've spoken to a couple people, yeah, girls, women. I've spoken to a couple women and they've experienced this before, encountering skid marks in men's boxers. 0 words. That's not cool because they'll have the most to say about women and what they should be doing when you're having a whole conversation with me and there's literal remnants of feces in your bum. No, do better. Do better, sis. The girls are out here lifting up their leg, all sorts of ways to shave, all sorts of ways to get themselves cutesy and glam, and you can't even wipe your bum properly. That's a crazy world we live in. And to be quite honest with you, are we not glad that he ghosted me? But it would have ate if I ghosted him. And work. I think back and I'm like, Malika, that whole situation was crazy. You were being love bombed and you were fully aware of it. And then this man had poo. Do better, babe. But it's all right. We've all been there. We've all been there in our times of dumbness. I'm just a girly pops. Like I said, girls, don't let these guys make you feel any type of way because half the time they've got poo in their knickers. Okay?